Well, thank you for tuning in. Today I have the distinct pleasure of sitting with a very, very busy man and entrepreneur, Dave Edgar, who is currently the co-owner of Great Lakes Outfitters, which was formerly Joe's Sports and Surplus, and a name that has rung in our community since 1956, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
Welcome,
that's
Dave
correct.
Edgar.
It's been around for a long time. Joe Storts Sr. opened it in 1956. Okay. Passed it along to his son, Joe Storts Jr. Mm-hmm. And then in 2009, I came along and I purchased it and just kept the outdoor store in the community going.
Okay, fantastic. So now you have expanded. You have actually moved location. So let's talk a little bit about what drove that decision to leave the Queen Street proper and move to a different space entirely.
We were looking to expand. We knew we wanted to get into canoes and kayaks and expand the store. And we were just looking at different opportunities, and had a good friend of mine who was a great customer for years approached me, and he was interested in it as well. So we paired up, and we moved the location up to Old Garden River Road, the old Belarusian building.
Okay, yes.
And that was in 2020. So we're going on our 4th year up there. And it's been a really... it's been a good move. It's exciting. We've had a lot of new customers coming in and seeing what we have to offer.
Okay, great. Yeah. So so a move of that nature, could have been detrimental because, you're no longer kind of in the direct foot traffic of the community. However, probably one of the only stores of its kind within our community that addresses, activities for every season of the year. Would you agree?
Yeah, we try and look after, in the summer times, it's fishing and paddling, so canoes, kayaks, paddle boards, and then camping, obviously, that's our heritage. And then a nice thing about fishing is it's year round, so you can have open water fishing. Then we also have the ice fishing component. And then in the winter, we always need tons of supplies, so in our climate. So
in addition then to, obviously very busy with the operations of your business, you have a very exciting event that's happening this weekend, starting Saturday, going on till Sunday. Let's talk about that, because certainly this is your 2nd year. Yeah,
so we approached the idea a couple of years ago that we were going to do an outdoor show in the Sault. And talked to local vendors from the Algoma area, and there was a lot of people showing a lot of interest, so we went forward with it. So last year we had the Great Lakes Outdoor Show at the Bush Plane Museum.
Okay.
It was our inaugural event, and it was a lot of fun. The first day we got a foot and a half of snow. So we're like, well, how is this going to happen on April Fool's Day, no less? But it turned out to be an awesome event. We had what made my weekend at 10 o'clock when I didn't think anybody was going to be here because the city was shut down pretty much. Yeah. We had about 4 or 5 people snowshoed to the event. I opened up the doors and they're there in their snowshoes. I'm like, you just made my weekend. And then it went on from there. The people just started coming in, and there was a lineup pretty much the whole weekend. We had just under 3,000 people through the doors on last year. So, wow. So we're excited everybody was on board, move forward and do it again this year.
So how many vendors do you have currently signed up?
So right now we have about 40 vendors from the area. It ranges everything. We try to encompass everything outdoors. So we have from downhill and alpine skiing to Nordic skiing to we have the bike clubs. Sault Cycling Club is there. Fishing, hunting, paddling sports. We have the RV dealers. We have snowmobiles, ATVs. So we try and encompass everything in the outdoors. Wow! And so it's a really good variety. So
it's like a buffet of activity.
It gives something for everybody, and it shows how special Sault Ste. Marie is and the Algoma area is for outdoor activities. And no matter what your passion is, you can find something to do to get healthy and outside.
Well, and I think as well, like an event like this kind of forces us, because I find that with myself particularly, it's easy to just kind of take for granted the natural gifts that we live within, right? The beauty, the bounty, the endless capacity for entertainment, no matter what you're into, right? So I love an event of this nature. Now there are, even for families, there is a kids zone, I understand, like a fun zone.
Yeah, so there's, bring your kids. Kids are free from 15 and under, so there's no charge for them. And we have a kids zone so the kids can stay busy playing and drawing while the parents go around and shop. And,
so it's like a supervised thing.
Yeah, it'll be a supervised area.
So fantastic. Yeah. Okay, cool. So 15 and under is free. 16 and up $10 gets you admission for both days. However, there's a twist.
So last year we did a concert for all the vendors. We had it like as a private ordeal. And this year we decided to open it up. It was such a fun night. We want to expand on that. So we have a concert starting at 5 p.m. on the Saturday night. Matthew James is going to be back opening for us.
Oh, fantastic.
And then we've made the addition of the band Book Club, which is, they're just amazing. We love watching them. If you haven't had a chance to see them, they are awesome. You have the energy they bring is fantastic.
Agreed,
so you have to see that. And so $10 gets you in for the whole weekend, and $20 gets you in for the whole weekend plus the concert.
Wow.
And there'll be food and beverages there that evening as well. Okay.
So the concert then taking place, I'm sorry if I missed it, Saturday night is the concert.
The concert is Saturday. The music is going to start kicking up right at 5 o'clock. The show goes till 5 p.m. and then the music will start. And then there'll be food for supper there if you want. And then like the bands will play till 9 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
So it's...
good. All right, so very busy. You know, an easy way to find some educational entertainment this weekend, and you bring your kids. They will be supervised while you float around and consider what you're into. Dave, what is it about, like, is it just your innate passion for all things outdoors? Like, this takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it's, I've been hooked on the outdoors for a long time. In fact, I left university after 1 year, and I went to Joe Sports and bought a backpack and a tent. This in 1996, and took off backpacking for a year around the world. So I've always had a passion for the outdoors, and I love sharing that. And I live vicariously a lot through my customers. I get them set up for their next adventure and sending people off to Europe or sending them to Australia or sending them out into our own backyard. And I really get I really enjoy that. And I love it when they come back and tell me how great their experience was. And they use this gear and this really worked for me and this really, you know, I'm glad you mentioned this because it helped me out in these situations. And
fantastic. Okay, well.
And the other thing too, I forgot to mention, we have, there's 6, we did it last year and we've expanded again this year. There's 6 guest speakers throughout the weekend. So if you go onto the Great Lakes Outdoor Show website and our Facebook page, there is a list of all the speakers, and they're going to range from everything. We have Steve Foster speaking on his Everest expedition.
Oh, wow.
So that's on Sunday. And then we have some fishing pros and hunting pros that are going to give their speak on, you know, local knowledge and different techniques and safety in the outdoors. And then we have Thrive Tours doing a speech on just sharing how to enjoy the outdoors with the indigenous wisdom and adventurous journeys through our area. So it's going to be, so if you can catch any of those talks, they're roughly about 30 minutes per talk to an hour. They're fantastic. And you can get all the times, again, on the website. They're listed. And we just posted again on our Facebook page at Great Lakes Outfitters that you can see the times at each. So if you want to arrange your weekend around those, they're fantastic.
Well, and it sounds like there's a broad range of information available through these speakers. For those of you who do watch these interviews, I always include a written component, so I'll include all of the relevant links to the Facebook page, to the website, so you'll have ready access to the menu of guest speakers and the flow of events as they will roll out. So, Dave, thank you so much for taking the time to come in. I know you must be just up to here with details. But certainly, if you don't have plans this weekend, if you do have plans this weekend, shift them. Because Saturday and Sunday, it's all going down at the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, the Great Lakes Outdoor Show. And it sounds like it's going to be a great event. So see you there.